Yes. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Evolution of Sports Talk Television here live from Tampa, Joe. For all your away watch parties when it comes to your Tampa Bay Buccaneers, as the Buccaneers take on the Seattle Seahawks. But how do we start off this show? As you know them, you love them, you got to have them. Bring the passion, bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Phone lines are open. Definitely want to hear from you Bucs fans today. Who do you think is going to show up and show out? Will this offense be able to score more than what they did last week versus the tough Philadelphia Eagle defense as they go up to Seattle here? Seattle, a pretty good team, 3-1 themselves, coming off a big-time win on Thursday Night Football versus the Arizona Cardinals. So let me just throw the phone line out there right now because I know Bucs fans want to call up 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 as we're live here from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa, as it is a great birthday weekend, and we will see what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers can do coming off their first loss versus the Philadelphia Eagles. And I know there's a bad taste in everybody's mouth at this point, but you got to turn the page, and you got to turn the page quick. Because you do have the Seahawks today. You come home and face the 49ers, and there was some breaking news about a couple hours ago, according to Adam Schefter. Bucky Irving is not only dealing with a foot injury, he's also dealing with a shoulder injury. So not only is he expected to miss the Seahawks game today, but also versus the San Francisco 49ers. So without further ado, let's go out to the phone lines. As always, Abraham leading it off here on the Sports Web, your pregame edition of the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. Go, my friend.
Yeah, so I'm excited. I mean, people are talking the negatives, but I see the positives. I see, you know what, Bucky's down. We got Rashad. We got Tucker. We got also, forgot his name, man. I just forgot his name. The third running back. Josh Williams, is that his name?
Yeah, that is correct. Yes, Josh Williams, yes.
Yeah, so I am not worried. Next man up. That's what it is. People are just like, I don't know kicker situation, but I say next man up. That's the way this team has survived and thrived.
Yeah.
And I see a lot of that, you know, like even the championship years, there were injuries, and it was always the next man up. So I'm not worried. Not worried at all.
Well, it definitely has to be a next man up mentality because not only are you going to miss Bucky Irving today, because we're going to talk about injuries, because injuries have been the story in the National Football League early and often, and also for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team has been the story with not only missing Irving today, but Benjamin Morrison and Jamel Dean. So Jacob Parrish, Zion McCullum, and whoever else is in that back end is definitely going to have to step up. And it's disappointing, but it is the way it is at this point when it comes to the National Football League. It's a war of attrition, my friend.
I think, like I've been watching some shows. I think Jake Parrish is gonna be playing throughout the whole game,
Mm-hmm.
and I think if they use another cornerback, like when they go to nickel, he'll still be on the field.
Sure.
So yeah, he's gonna get extended action, but he'll be fine. I mean, hey, I like that Elijah Simmons, man. He's a gamer.
Right.
So
exactly.
yeah, yeah. So there's I mean, I know Seattle's got his own issue with their cornerback depth, so I think the Bucs can exploit that with the Buka and Johnson and whoever's playing. I know no Mike Evans, Godwin. I don't know how like much strength he's got right now.
Well, I didn't think he looked bad. I mean, I think it's going to take him a couple games, but he was targeted, 10 times. So yeah, I expect him. He could have a big game because not only are we talking about Bucs injuries as we led off the evolution of Sports Talk Television here live from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa, but also you have to talk about the Seattle Seahawks and their own injury concerns when it comes to Lawrence on the defensive line there, Julian Love, Weatherspoon. So this may be a day where this offense, and look, they've had their fair share of struggles, right? Because of what? The reshuffling of the offensive line, not having necessarily all your weapons at this point. You're still not going to have Mike Evans. So, again, you're going to have to depend on the rookie, Emeka Egbuka, and, of course, Chris Godwin, and, as you said, a Tez Johnson and a Sterling Shepard, and that running game. So let's see what they can do. So, I think that kind of favors the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but this is a tough test. It's a hostile environment. The 12th man going up there to the west. So we'll see how the Bucs can handle it. What else, my friend?
Yeah, so I expect it to be a close game, but I expect, Bucs can win. I think they played very sloppy, a lot of mistakes, but still it was very close with Philly.
Yep.
And Philly was, the Eagles' offense was non-existent. People don't understand.
Especially in that second half. Especially in that second half, it was non-existent. They did a good job of shutting them down. And anytime you hold a team to 130 yards of passing, which is what they did to Jalen Hurts, and I don't even think you had a passing yard in the whole second half of that, you have to feel pretty good about yourself, even though, again, you lost a turnover battle. It was a slow start. It was a sloppy first half. You can't afford that. But again, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And I think the Bucs finished with the momentum. It's just disappointing because you're down with your two corners. You expected Jamel Dean, but you didn't necessarily expect with Benjamin Morrison. As we are.
One thing I want to like emphasize is I don't want to interrupt you, but
no, that's okay. That's all right.
Rachaad White is a good pass catching running back. He's like another receiver, and I just think that he can be a very decisive factor in this game because of his receiving skills. And I think Tucker will get more. Tucker will get more reps too, which is good because they haven't used him that much. Even Liam Cohen didn't use him that much last year, with the exception of that New Orleans Saints game.
Yeah.
So some of these running backs are getting underutilized because heavy emphasis on Bucky.
Yeah.
I know Bucky's a good player, but he's not the only good running back we got in our stable. People forget that.
Well, that's it, and that's what's going to come down today. That's another key of the game. Rachaad White and Sean Tucker step up. Those are the two players that you're going to have to take a look at, and we'll see what the inactives look like here in the next
I also expect one more thing is Kate Otten. I hope he's more of a factor in the receiving game. I know that he's been doing the dirty work to help out with the offensive line injuries, but he's an excellent receiver. People forget that, but he can be a factor in this game as well. Well, all I gotta say is I hope we win, and you know what? I'll tell everybody who watches the sports web: bring your passion, bring your excitement, don't bring your nonsense.
There you go, my friend. You got to get down here to Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. People are saying, well, the Eagle fans are in the back. Listen, they're out here to support their team. Where are Bucs fans? Where are you at? You give you an opportunity here to be on the evolution of Sports Talk Television, to give you an away watch party. We give you that opportunity, and you're not here. The Eagles are showing out. So Appreciate the time, Abraham. We'll go out to the phone lines here.
All right.
Thank you very much. Let's go out to Eric. Eric, welcome to the Evolution. Yes.
Man, how are you doing, man?
I'm doing good. I'm surrounded by Eagle fans at this point. I don't see any Bucs fans at this point showing out. None.
Well, it's okay. We just need you. That's okay.
That's it. That's all you need. Just need me and this show. Absolutely. That's all you need. Yes.
Yeah.
And love, too. All you need is love. Yes.
Yeah.
Brotherly love at this point. Yes.
Last night, it was a big fight last night. I don't know if you saw it. Some big fights.
I didn't watch it. I'm not talking UFC. Come on, man. Are we going to talk Bucs here, or are we just going to call the phone and talk UFC? I ain't talking UFC. I don't care about UFC. I care about the Bucs versus the Seattle Seahawks.
I'm worried about the special teams today, Terry. How about you?
I'm sorry?
I'm worried about the special teams today. How about you?
Yeah, I can't hear what you're saying, Eric. I appreciate the call here. Let me go out to this guy right here. Wish he was with me, but he's on travel doing Greek things as always. Professional handicapper extraordinaire, Mr. Harry the Greek. Let's go out to him here. As we said, you were traveling. Thanks to the lovely Jamie right there driving you around. What's going on, boss? How you doing?
Doing pretty good, Pete. How you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good as we get you ready for Bucs versus the Seahawks. And already we talked about it. There was some breaking news to start the day. Bucky Irving out not only today, but also most likely for Seattle. And he's not just dealing with a foot injury, he's dealing with a shoulder injury. So welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television on my birthday weekend here at Tampa Joe's.
Happy birthday. And you know what? I hope you guys are having a fantastic time out there at Tampa Joe's. Just out of curiosity, can you hear me okay? You got decent audio or no?
Yes, we can hear you. And I got the general manager coming up here with some beautiful, beautiful wings. Let's go ahead and show it. Right there. Look at that. Right there. Can you see
the wings look delicious, Pete.
Yes, those are all mine. See, there you go. That's what you get when you host the Evolution of Sports Talk Television live here from Tampa Joe's. You got the general manager there. They're firing up. They got lots of Eagle fans in the house right now as they're taking care of business versus the Denver Broncos 4-0, 17-3 there in the third quarter, early in the third quarter. So your thoughts of this matchup, Bucs versus the Seahawks. I got to talk to you, Greek, first and foremost. Welcome to the Evolution, as always. Hopefully you had a good weekend. And how do you see this matchup?
You know, it's going to be a pretty difficult matchup, especially with all the injuries. I mean, Bucky Irving, that's a pretty significant injury to try to overcome. But you know what? They still have a couple of really good running backs on that team. Godwin is playing. Tristan Wirfs is playing. It's just I don't think this team can catch a break right now, especially on offense. They just continue to just get injury after injury. But you know what? They continue to win and win and win, with the exception of last week. Pete, I got to tell you, I like their chances today. I know they're catching 3.5 to 4 points. But, I'm going to go ahead and let the cat right out of the bag. You can't hate me now, Tampa Bay. The Bucs not only will cover, they might actually win the game, but the safe bet is to take Tampa Bay plus the points today.
Going back to that Philly game, I think they definitely have some momentum. You always talk about it, the Mo. I thought the defense played well in the second half. I thought the offense was exceptional with the exception of Baker Mayfield in that turnover. You get big-time plays, explosive plays there from Mabuka. Once again, you're going to have to depend on him. And then Bucky Irving not being in that game, you get big plays from him. But it always starts and ends with Baker Mayfield. How do you see this matchup with Baker Mayfield versus this also hurt defense by the Seahawks, which will be missing Julian Love, DeMarcus Lawrence, and, of course, Witherspoon there in the back end?
Well, honestly, that's a great question, and hence the reason why I really like Tampa's offense today. They played really well, especially in the second half, Peter, against the Philadelphia Eagles, which, by the way, was a lot better defense than what they're going to be facing. The difference is they're going to be traveling, to a different time zone all the way out west. Historically, Tampa has not done very well going out west, but wait a minute. That was 20 years ago. This team's actually been playing a lot better going out west. in the past 10 years. And plus, I think all that stuff is hogwash, just like PFF grades. Tampa should be just fine facing a very, very inferior defense compared to what they faced last week.
All right, so I was just getting ready to get some food here, but I'm going to hold off on that. I'm going to give a wing taste here, try to produce. We're on with Harry the Great Professional Handicapper Extraordinaire on the Sports Web. I'm your host, Peter Blake, your Rolex reporter, giving you something to think about. So this running game, 3 for 13 offensively. Are you concerned about this offense? I get it. It's easy to sit here and say you've had a reshuffling of the offensive line. You've had wide receivers in and out. Are you concerned about this offense overall? Again, 3 for 13 on third down conversions versus the Eagles. Seattle can get after it. They do have a guy by the name of Leonard Williams, who's big there for them. They do have some players on this defense, but to me, I think the Bucs offensively have to have the advantage. Is this the game where you could see the Bucs going over 23 to 24 points, in your opinion?
I think the Bucs score 27 to 35 in this game, Peter. That's why I think they cover, and I also like the over in this game. Especially Tampa's suffering some injuries on defense too. You got Elijah Kansas. How long is he going to be out for? And I believe you have a corner, and it's not a safety that are going to be out in this game. But Seattle will put up some points, but I think that Tampa's offense is going to be a little bit too much for Seattle's defense to handle in this game.
All right, let's talk about the defense, of course, with the Bucs. Jamel Dean out of the game. Benjamin Morrison, of course, also missing. So there's your corners. Morrison was drafted to take Dean's spot. So now you're going to depend on a rookie, Jacob Parrish, and, of course, Zion McCollum and whoever else is in the back end there. I believe Bryce Hall got elevated from the practice squad. He's got experience. You can look at Seattle's offense. Sam Darnold, he's kind of a success story, kind of like Baker Mayfield, in that they were both on the Carolina Panthers together. You play with the Minnesota Vikings. He's had his troubles. He was a high draft pick. What do you think of Sam Darnold versus this Bucs defense?
I'm not a Sam Darnold fan. I thought he got very lucky last week not lucky last week. I think he was very lucky last year playing on a very, very talented Minnesota Viking team and having wide receivers like a Jordan Addison and a Justin Jefferson. When you're playing with a team like that, and let's not forget about the fact that Minnesota had one of the better defenses in the NFL, and they gave the Minnesota Vikings and Sam Darnold a very short field in a lot of these games. A little bit different out there in Seattle. Again, advantage Buccaneers. Every time you're going to ask me a question, it's going to be advantage Buccaneers in this game.
What's the biggest concern? Because you look at Seattle's weapons there. You have two good running backs in Kenneth Walker, the third, who had over 80 yards of rushing last week versus a pretty good Cardinal defense. Zach Charbonnet also scored a touchdown. Yep. And then Jackson Smith-Njigba from Ohio State, another Ohio State wide receiver. That could be difficult for the Bucs. 4 catches for 76 yards there. Big plays for Sam Darnold, getting rid of the ball quick, but also taking some sacks where the Bucs defense could definitely take advantage, but also having some explosive plays. So talk about the weapons here with the Seahawks versus this Bucs defense.
Great point, but as long as Tampa's DBs don't fall down and look like Dallas did, because that's exactly what happened with Seattle. I'm sorry, that's exactly what happened with Arizona. And that way, that's why a couple of the receivers were running around. Well, I'm not anticipating that. My biggest concern, again, advantage Tampa.
All right, advantage Tampa. So what do you think of the slate of games right now? Let's go to the Eagles game here. 17-3. Denver makes the playoffs last year. Talented defense. All the talk was A.J. Brown not getting the ball. They're trying to get him the ball. They're trying to get Devontae Smith the ball. So what are your thoughts on this Eagles game right now, this Eagles team being 4-0 right now? It looks like they're going to be 5-0.
They should go to 5-0. I actually picked them today. I really like Philadelphia a lot today. But then again, anything can happen in the National Football League. Denver's a really good football team. Talk about Baltimore. I really, really thought they even had a chance, even with Lamar Jackson. Houston's just taking it to them. And you know who I feel real bad for today, Pete?
Who's up?
I feel real bad for the New York Jets. I'll tell you what, Breece Hall was driving the ball downfield all the way down into the red zone, and he coughed up the football. It looks like Dallas is going to run away with this game. It could be somewhat competitive in the second half, but those poor New York Jets, man, they just can't catch a break. This is a team that has an extraordinary defense, and it looks like you can't stop them running the football, but they can't hold on to it. You know what, Pete? You know what they say about teams that are mediocre? If you can't hold on to the football, you can't win many games.
You can't win many games, and that's what it comes down with this Bucs game versus Seattle. It's called the turnover battle. You have to win that. The Bucs were able, with their 3 wins, to not even have a turnover. Of course, that happened last week where they do have a turnover there with Baker Mayfield in the interception. You're exactly right. Scores around the league. Earlier on, the Vikings went 21-17 versus the Browns. How surprised were you once again? And we talk about it, Carson Wentz against Cleveland. And there was talk that, eventually the Browns will change quarterbacks to go to Shedeur Sanders. They have a pretty good defense, but what do you make of this Vikings team with Carson Wentz?
Well, they didn't start Shedeur Sanders, and I got to be honest with you. Minnesota got so lucky, man. So lucky to win that football game against Cleveland. I'm sitting there listening on the radio. I'm up in your neck of the woods or the University of Miami. Wait a minute. That's Tallahassee. I'm up.
Okay, you had to go. You had to go with that, and see, that's what happens. You froze when it comes to Wi-Fi issues, and you should have froze on Wi-Fi issues.
Zach Sound was doing it. Minnesota actually pulled that game out. They never should have pulled that game out. They got very, very, very lucky. It's probably one of the worst teams in the National Football League with a winning record. I'm not kidding.
Right. Well, listen, you mentioned Florida State You mentioned Florida State just now, and then your Wi-Fi went to hell, so I was cheering for that. The Cowboys.
Well, no, you don't have to cheer for it. I said I'm listening to the games in the University of Miami's area. I mean Florida State's area. I'm just west of Tallahassee right now on I-10.
Right there. That's what you get.
I just had to bring it up.
Of course you did.
Shout out to Lamar Thomas. I know you're watching. I'm going to get you on the sports web one of these times. We're going to go ahead and break that game down maybe Monday or Wednesday or next week because I won't be in town. Love to have you, Lamar. Nice talking to you again. I know you and Mike were having a great time on the sidelines, during that game. But you didn't beat the brakes off. You didn't beat the brakes off them like you said you were going to beat them. But you let FSU back in that game, and it could have been a different story in the fourth.
It definitely could have been a different story in the fourth as we're jumping around here with Harry the Greek. I'm your host, Peter Blake, giving you something to think about. So, again, scores around the league. Cowboys versus the Jets, 23-3. Cowboys over the Jets right now. The Giants having all kinds of problems with the Saints. So they're going back and forth here in a barn burner.
Yeah, what is up with that? What happened? I mean, I understand you're missing a wide receiver. Okay, I mean, for the Giants, but why are the New Orleans Saints even in this game? That's because we always preach what, Peter? Home underdogs. I preach it all the time. Home underdogs.
Yep. You're right. You're exactly right. So other scores around the league there. Raiders losing to the Colts. The Colts are for real, 32-3. Goodness gracious. The Dolphins trying to pick up their first win over the Panthers, or did they pick up their first one versus the Jets? I believe they did, right? Trying to pick up their second win.
Well, they did. Yeah, they're doing a good job right now against Carolina.
Right.
Yep,
17-13, so it looks like they're picking up their second win even without Tyreek Hill there. Again, we mentioned the Eagles and, of course, the Texans all over the Ravens, 34-3. Thanks a lot, Ravens, for showing up. That's how important Lamar Jackson is. I'm not telling you anything you already don't know when it comes to football. Besides the matchup between the Seattle Seahawks and the Bucs, who else do you see tonight on the NFL slate of games that you're taking that you like in the next couple hours here?
Well, give me the nighttime games. I had everything written down, and I was all the way completely prepared. But you know what? It's just like that's why the phone is bouncing around a little bit. I had a really nice setup over here, sitting on the glass, and I had to catch it because otherwise you were going to see the floor of the car. And I was trying to keep it as professional as possible for you. I'm sorry, so I can't read and hold the phone at the same time. Who are the nighttime games? Do they remember the lines?
I got you. Well, let's go to the Titans-Cardinals game here. I definitely know the Titans are searching for their first win. Is it their time? Arizona coming in 2-2. Disappointing loss versus the Seahawks. A very close game there. Kyler Murray, Marvin Harrison Jr., can they get it done, or is it the Titans' time, in your opinion?
Well, I think Arizona could win the game, but the Titans are going to cover. There's just too many points. What's the next game, Pete?
All right, Lions versus the Bengals. Of course, the Lions.
Don't even go there. Just lay the points. Just lay the points. That game will be covered by halftime. If Detroit doesn't win this game by 30, I'll be surprised.
Wow, there you go. All right, so Lions at the Bengals. There are no chance for the Bengals at this point, of course. So once again, suffering injuries early and often with them. Joe Burrow not playing in this game. Commanders versus the Chargers. It looks like Jaden Daniels is going to come back in this game. They're now 2-2. Chargers 3-1. You concerned about this Commanders team, which was the story of the National Football League last year in the NFC Championship game versus the Philadelphia Eagles? Concerned about this team? Of course, they had the injury early to Jaden Daniels.
Again, not a popular opinion. I thought that the Jaden Daniels led Washington Commander team was overrated last year, and you are seeing a sophomore slump. Plus, you and I have talked ad nauseam, extensive lengths about what are the probabilities that this young man's going to be able to stay healthy. I said he'd be hurt by week 5. I was wrong. It was week 2. But from what I understand, Pete, he's not even going to have a brace. Okay, so he's going to be – it looks like he's going to be fine. I don't think the Chargers look, drop 2 straight. I honestly think that they're going to play really, really good defense. But I'll tell you what, Washington really plays good in the trenches. I just honestly think that the Chargers are going to be a little bit too much for Jaden Daniels and the boys.
All right, good stuff there, Greek. We're on with Harry the Greek. I'm your host, Peter Blake, here on the Sports Web live from Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. Patriots versus the Bills on Sunday Night Football. Could they pick a better game than this? It's a pretty good game, actually. Patriots are surprise of the league right now, 2-2. The Bills 4-0. What do you make? Is this upset alert, or is it the Bills all the way here at 5-0?
The Bills are supposed to just absolutely mop them up. But, Pete, it's a division game, man. You've got to – if you can't take, the underdog in the points, especially in a division game when when there's that many points being laid, you got to stay away from the game. But it does look like they're going to go to 5-0. Pete, do me a favor. Put me in the back room until I give you a thumbs up. What I want to do is I want to set my little mount back up on the window so that you can get a little bit of a cleaner shot. And then maybe you can read some comments. How about that when I get back on?
That's what I'll definitely do. Read some comments here. Harry the Greek will get you out of here in just a moment. There we go. We'll bring it back here to the one shot. Once again, I'm your host, Peter Blake. Open phone lines if you want to get on the phone line. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to Michael here. How many pressures will Yaya Diaby get today? He's only averaging 5 sacks every 17 games played. Yeah, he's definitely got to show up. This pass rush has got to show up. We've talked about it. Kalijah Kancey's out for the year. Vita Vea last week with 2 sacks, but your edge guys have to start showing up here, especially Hassan Reddick and Yaya Diaby. And I think they will have that opportunity because, as we talked about, Sam Darnold has been known to hold the ball a little bit too much. So maybe you can get some big plays. They gave up 3 sacks last week versus the Arizona Cardinals. So we'll see what the Bucs can do in that Todd Bowles defense, of course, getting after Sam Darnold. Let's go out. So good comment.
Oh, yeah.
Good afternoon, Peter. Nice day for a W. Absolutely, Tim. Agree with that.
Oh, yeah.
We'll come back out to Harry the Greek here. There we go, right there, Mr. Greek himself. Great shot, as always. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, he is not driving. Jamie is driving. He's in the passenger seat. So I won't call you a passenger seat
Watch,
prince.
watch. Look, Ma. No hands, no eyes.
Good stuff there, Greek. Let's go down to it. I think we were talking about the New England Patriots versus the Buffalo Bills. How do we see
It's
this
going to be
game?
an interesting game, Pete. I'm going to tell you what. I'm expecting the New England Patriots to come out firing on all cylinders. And don't be surprised they get to about a 10-0 lead. You know what? If you don't want to take the Patriots for the game, take the Patriots plus the points in the first half. Because I honestly think it's going to be a lot closer than what people are anticipating. Now, Josh Allen and the boys might be a little bit too much for him in the second half. But I'm telling you what, man, that's going to be a pretty good play. Take the Patriots and the points in the first half. Don't be scared, because scared money doesn't win.
Scared money doesn't win at this point. By the way, how have you done the last couple of weeks here? Can you give us the webheads and the Tampa Bay sports fan some type of percentage of how well you've done with your picks, Mr. Harry the Greek?
Well, first off, let's talk about college football, okay? I got to give all the credit where the credit's due. His name is Big John. We call him the grocery man. He is 6-0 against the spread in college. 3 last week, 3 this past Saturday. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? On Wednesday, you're going to get 4 picks from the grocery man, Mr. Big John. I'm telling you, the guy is absolutely on fire. The Greek's picking okay. It's about a 65% clip. It's a little lower than what I've been picking. Haven't really done too well today, but you know what? There's always tonight.
Yeah, there's always tonight here, Greek. You're absolutely correct. As we come back here, we're live here from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. You know, I'm gonna get some celery here really quick. I'm gonna taste this celery. See how it tastes. So good.
Which wings are you eating, Pete?
I am eating. They look like some medium. I don't know if they're peach or not, but he didn't tell me the flavor. He just brought them to me here. So as you can see, I have to chomp down on those. I'm going to try one on air. In fact, hold on, man.
I have the $1 million question. Where's Travis?
Travis is not here. I don't know what Travis is. He's expected to be here. I'm going to try these wings really quick as you produce. You're going to produce the show?
You just continue to eat. I will go ahead and give some analogies here. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys have to understand this game that Tampa's going to be playing is going to bring them one step closer to another division. That's right, because now Atlanta is starting to play a lot better. This is why this game is so important for Tampa to go ahead and win at Seattle. Because if they do, they still have a 2-game lead in the division. No, it'd be 2.5 if I'm not mistaken.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, see, there you go. I got to get you on because you have a Bulls shirt on. We do Bulls away watch parties. And I'm trying to sit here and eat wings. These are magnificent. So thank you very much for the paper towel.
So, Pete,
there.
You haven't told me. Are the Eagles fans, are they stealing your wings?
No, they're not. They're not stealing my wings. That's one thing you don't do to me here, whether I'm at home or I'm out remote. You know this all too well. Nobody is going to take my wings. Nobody's going to take my food. Eagle fans, I don't care who you are, you ain't doing it, especially here at Tampa Joe's. So it was great though. Meet some wings there. Really
I don't know why you don't. I don't know why you just don't invite my buddy over there so he can get his lanes out of the way.
Home. Who's your buddy?
Oh, come on. You know who it is. He calls in every week. Harry.
No, because you owe him wings, so I'm not paying your debt to him. Mr. Williams, you're talking about.
Let me be clear. You'll pay that debt if I tell you to pay that debt.
We're out with Aaron. Go ahead and cast her in there. Yes, go ahead.
So far, has the picture and the audio been okay? Good. You're breaking up a little bit.
Well, I'm okay. It's all right. So we'll go out to read some more comments here. I think it's your Wi-Fi, but that's okay. Joy, I'm a Special Olympics athlete. I'm a Bucs fan. Very cool. Thank you very much, Joy, for tuning in.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go out to Eric. Hello, everyone. Hello to you. Eric, again, Bucs need to win today. Is this a must-win game? Because I was thinking about it. Listen, you got a tough stretch coming up, right? You have Seattle on the road. You come back to San Francisco, which, by the way, was flexed to 425. Thank you very much, NFL, because lots of Bucs fans are tired of those 1 o'clock games. So you flex that to 425. And then I believe you have the Lions at that point in the Saints. So tough stretch coming up for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team. And let me just make sure I have this Buccaneer schedule correct. But is this a must-win game at this point? I mean, Seahawks, 49ers, Lions, and then the Saints. I got it right. Tough stretch coming up here, especially with Seahawks, Lions, and, of course, the 49ers. So, in your opinion, is this a must-win game, or we're making too much about this?
You know, you could say that about every week until you hit right around week 14, whether or not it's a must-win game. You got a 2-game lead in the division. You win this week, you're 2.5 games. Yeah. I don't know if you want to call it a must win. You're still in control of your division,
right?
But I think every week's a must week unless you're up by 5 games and you're in week 14. Then you're not in a must win situation.
Going back to the 49er game on Thursday night, how surprised were you by that result against the Rams, where the Rams look like they're going to go down and score and they fumble at the 1-yard line? What do you think about the 49ers, their injury troubles, losing Nick Bosa, but still being able to find a way to win against the Rams once again?
Well, Peter, it goes to show you that they were really in love with Mac Jones. You were right. They were wanting to draft him before they ever wanted to get a hold of Trey Lance. And again, that was a smack in the face, man, to the 49er organization. You know, they're supposed to be the Super Bowl favorites in the NFC, and they're getting 8.5 points going to the Rams because you're missing your star quarterback, and your top 4 wide receivers. And you were banged up on defense.
Yep.
That, my friend, was a masterpiece of a coaching job by Shanahan. And I'll tell you what, McVay, he kind of stuck it in his ear hole in that game. Matthew Stafford played absolutely incredible in that game. And it looked like the Rams at any point in the fourth quarter would probably win that game.
Yeah.
But that my friend, was probably 40% playing, 60% coaching in that game.
All right, let's go out to Michael here. Happy birthday. Let's go, Bucs. Thank you very much for the happy birthday. Appreciate that. He said, let's go, Bucs. Let's go, Bucs.
Wait up, little boy.
Let's go, Bucs. Todd's excited. Yes. There we go.
How about them Bucs, baby?
All right, thanks a lot, Michael. Appreciate it. As always, you got to love the sound effects, Harry. I know you do. Hell yeah. We say Tampa, you say Bay. Flash Gordon, it's almost Bucs time. That it is, as we have an early start today, 4:05, as we get you ready. Once again, you can see it, Eagle fans just representing here at Tampa Joe's. Flash Gordon, it's almost a green tea mocha time, maca time. I don't know what that is. Bucs win. Seahawks will be exposed. Eric says a Mecca and White key to the Bucs today. Let's talk about it. Rashad White getting the carries, and of course Sean Tucker. Do you think that is the biggest key to this game, is this running game? Once again, being on the road, hostile environment. The Bucs have been able to do that this year, especially in the fourth quarter when it comes to the Atlanta Falcons and the Houston Texans. Get off to a great start here. Get off to a fast start. Baker talked about it this week. Can the Bucs do that versus, once again, a pretty good defense by the Seahawks on the road in a hostile environment?
I'm going to give you a prediction.
Okay.
Baker throws for 260. Okay. Emeka Egbuka only catches 60. Chris Godwin goes off for $110 with a pair of TDs.
Love it. I love it. I think this is the game where Chris Godwin could go off, because that defense could definitely be susceptible with missing Love and Weatherspoon on that defense today. So I definitely think this could be a game where
and Cade Otton's going to have a decent game today, Pete. They're actually going to find him in the middle of the field.
They need to, because whether he has not been in the offensive game plan or been in more of the formations to help out with this reshuffled offensive line, which is still reshuffled, make no mistake about it. But you get back Tristan Wirfs on the left side, you feel good about him protecting Baker Mayfield's blind side at the end of the day. Of course, the right side, a big-time question mark, but the left side at this point in the center, they're all playing their natural position. So we'll see if that pressure rate can go down just a little bit, as it was 40% versus the Eagles last game. All right, we'll continue to read comments here. Good friend, Mr. Kevin Clayton. Peter Blake, you always bring the nonsense, laugh out loud, and this is what Tom Brady has to say about that.
That's good enough to suck right there.
Flash Gordon, the D, has more injuries than maybe gets talked about. Most people concentrate on the Bucs injuries than the Seahawks. It's a great point, because anytime you're missing DeMarcus Lawrence, who's on that line, Julian Love, and of course Weatherspoon, this is a time where I think this could favor the Bucs. And you mentioned a Cade Otton. Seahawks this year have not been very good when it comes to tight ends, giving up 100% rate there, 100% passer rating versus the tight end. So maybe this is a day where Cade Otton, by the way, former Washington Husky, back coming home, could have a big game for this offense, right?
Listen, man, he's not going to have a career game, but he's definitely going to have a decent game. They're going to utilize him. They're going to stretch. They're going to move the chains with him. The running game is going to set up that passing game today, and I honestly think that Tampa might struggle a little bit in the first quarter against the run. I mean, not against the run, running the football, but after that, they're going to stick to their game plan. They're going to pound that rock, and then that passing game is going to get really, really open. I'm seeing a big game from Pete. We're starting to get a little bit of how do I put it? But my internet's not so good because I can't really hear you too well. So I'm going to probably go ahead and cut you loose. But I'm really glad you had me on. And I just think that Tampa's going to have a really, really nice game today. If you don't like them winning the football game, take them plus the points. But the Greek's giving it to you. I think Tampa goes in and they take care of business this week.
All right, give me a score before we get you out of here, my friend.
I'm going to say 31-23.
All right, 31-23 right there. Tampa Bay over the Seattle Seahawks. Love it, Greek. Appreciate you. We'll see you at the end of the game if we can, all right?
You take care of yourself, buddy, okay?
All right, we'll do, my friend. There we go right there. We'll come back to the one-shot open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. There we go. Now you know who I am. Let's go out to Instagram Live as we are live there. Live on Facebook, of course. Like and subscribe to all the great content from me at Peter H. Blake. Also, like and subscribe on YouTube, the Sports Web, right there as we're live from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. What's up, Peter? Let's go Bucs, somebody says. So let's go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Let's go Bucs. Let's go Bucs. Let's go Bucs. All right, good stuff there. Let's see. Rays win pod. Get those Eagle fans out of your background. Can't do anything about it, my friend. They're here to stay. They're rooting for their team right now, and they got lots to cheer for as the Eagles are winning 17-3, looking like they're going to go 5-0 versus the Denver Broncos at the Link. Let's go back out to these comments. And again, we'll take your phone calls as always. We'll throw it out there. What's your confidence level coming into this game for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers from 1 to 10? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. You're without Bucky Irving today. You're also without Jamel Dean and, of course, Benjamin Morrison. So a lot of injuries happening to this team. And, again, the breaking news of the day from Adam Schefter of ESPN. It is expected that Bucky Irving not only has a foot injury, but also has a shoulder injury. So not only will he miss today versus Seattle, but next week versus the San Francisco 49ers. So that is my key to the game. Your running game has to step up. Rashad White has to step up. Sean Tucker has to step up. And you should step up into the camera if you're an Eagle fan. Are you sure? Okay, you can step in if you want. This is the Sports Web. It's live here on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, right there. Eagle fans all over the place, people looking around, seeing is this live or not. Yes, you're live. You're on camera. When you're in front of that camera, that's a 4K camera that you're going to be in front of when it comes down to it. Absolutely. All right, so did we get our yearly Sean Tucker ball out of the game with catches out of the backfield? Justin, he's definitely got to step up today. It's not only Rashad White who has to step up and not only be a presence in that running game, but also Sean Tucker. And those guys are going to get the opportunity to do that. You're going to have to see it because you're going to have a running game because you do not want to become one-dimensional with that offense. You do not. Because we know what happens when you become one-dimensional. Teams start to plan for it. And even though the injuries to the Seahawks, they do have some players on this team that can make some plays. And for me, I think you got to get off to a fast start. And it goes back to what Baker Mayfield talked about this week, how he was very frustrated with the slow starts. There's only one way you could do that, and it starts today versus the Seattle Seahawks, coming into this game at 3-1 as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers looking for their fourth win. On the phone line, 727-255-0391 and 727-255-0391. James Sutton says stay safe. Harry the Greek, that is Damn It Jim.
Damn it, Jim, what the hell is the matter with you?
People keep on walking by saying, is this live? It is live. You are on camera. Let's go out to Broadway. Go Gators. I'll go this. Go Bucs. I'll allow you to have that one.
Wait up, little boy.
Yeah,
Wait up.
I'll allow you to have that one. I'll allow you to have that one.
How about them Bucs, baby?
There we go. All right, Broadway says, fire those cannons as we shall.
Fire the cannon.
Yes, absolutely, we will. Christopher Cole says Saints have got a lot of takeaways. That's why they're leading the Giants. So there you go, Jackson Dart starting second game, starting for the New York Giants. A lot of excitement, but once again, he's a rookie quarterback. We know, the bumps in the road when a rookie quarterback starts. It doesn't always turn out so pretty at that point. So good stuff there, Christopher Cole. Thanks a lot for the comment. Tim Weatherspoon says, bring your passion, bring your excitement. Just don't steal Peter's wings. Do not take my wings at all. Do not touch my food right there. That's what you get. As I'm the host of the show, the producer of the show, and the wing eater of the show here live from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. So let me go out, and I didn't hear it, but let's go out to Curtis here. Let's see, we got some sound here. There we go. Curtis was calling in, so we'll see if we can get him on the show. Curtis, welcome to the Evolution here on a birthday weekend as your Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Seattle Seahawks. What are your thoughts? What's your confidence level, my friend? How you doing?
First of all, let me start off by apologizing.
For not being here.
No.
Yeah.
I apologize because I always forget that you and my daughter have the same birthday on October the 3rd.
There you go. There you go.
So let me first apologize. Wish you a happy belated birthday.
Thank you.
I hope you had a great effing birthday.
I did.
You're my brother. I love you. I hope you had steak and wings and all kind of fat people food because I know you love it because I love it.
I'm like Young Cheesy when it comes to wings and steak. I love it. Absolutely.
That's right.
Yeah. Or
Listen,
McDonald's. I'm loving it. Yes. Totally different.
So I'm going to tell you, this is a very interesting game today.
Yes.
Because there's a lot of injuries on both sides, both teams.
Correct.
And it's not just some mediocre injuries. It's some big injuries.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. It's gonna be a weird game. I really do. I think that Chris Godwin got to step. Chris Godwin and Cade Otton have to step up big time today.
Yeah.
Big time.
Well,
I think those
and I think there's a possibility of that because the Seahawks defense has struggled versus tight ends, and they struggled versus Trey McBride. And if you think about it, Cade Otton has been relatively quiet. He's going back there to Washington. He's a former Washington Husky to Seattle there. So what better way than for Cade Otton to show out in this game?
Absolutely. I also see that this could potentially be a bit of a starting point of a little winning streak for our Bucs again.
Yep.
Because it's a lot of beat up teams in the NFL right now.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, the best ability is always availability.
Availability. It's always about
And,
it. You're exactly right. It is.
I feel like these boys, yes, we do. We're missing Evans, obviously. We're missing Bucky. You know, we know Bucky and Mike are coming back.
Yep.
You know, I would also love to see Dean and Morrison come back in a couple weeks. I feel like this team is going to be okay. That's what I want people to understand. Don't look at the injuries now. Don't forget, we're only in week 5. We got a long way to go.
Yeah.
We got a long way to go.
Yeah, absolutely.
So here's the thing. Today is a toss-up game because we can't show up like we did at the beginning of that Eagles game last week.
Correct.
We can't. We got to go out there and we got to punch Seattle in their mouth.
Well, you got to get to a good start. I mean, it goes back to what Baker Mayfield has talked about all week long. He was upset about it. I would say he was pissed off about it. Excuse my language, but he was.
No, listen. The one thing I'm going to tell people about Baker is, you know, as a Bucs fan, and I'm going to always say this, you know, I'll be the first to eat crow. I wasn't confident in Baker.
Right.
But the one thing you know you're going to get with Baker is he's not going to bullshit you. He's not.
Nope.
He's going to give it to you raw, and either you're going to take it or you're not. And that's honestly the identity of this team. So, like, I don't know. I feel like it's going to be a toss-up game. I've been watching all these other blowouts today. I don't know why we watching all these terrible games on TV today.
No, terrible. They're not that great, are they?
No, they are not. No, they are. Oh my God! And then they got the Chargers, and who are the Chargers playing today?
They are playing. Let me just look at the schedule here. The Chargers are playing the Commanders, which could be a good game.
But they got that as the game of the. Why is the Bucs and the Seahawks not the game of the week?
I don't know.
They're both 3-1.
I don't know. The bias. It's a bias against the Bucs. You know this. And by the way, the Bucs are wearing the white creamsicle today, which celebrates the 50 years. And October 17th of 1976, first game between both expansion teams. The Seahawks wearing their throwbacks versus the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Should be fun. By the way, Seahawks won that game on a blocked field goal. Versus,
they're not going to win.
Yes.
They're not going to win today. But you know what? I'm gonna say this, and God forbid any major injuries to this team. I'm praying and hoping that these Buccaneers win the Super Bowl for Baker Mayfield. For Baker Mayfield, because number one, finally they will. Everybody's going to have to eat crow on Baker.
Yeah.
And second of all, they're going to stop disrespecting this team because there is no other. I promise to God, if Josh Allen or Joe Burrow or any of these guys won their division 5 years in a row,
right?
They'd be picked for the Super Bowl every single year.
Agree.
So it's just I don't know. I'm tired. It's gotten to the point where I don't even watch these TV shows anymore because guess what? I get tired of hearing about teams that are relevant. I don't want to hear about the Jets. The Jets suck.
Jets always suck. It's always about just ending the season when it comes to the New York Jets. And once again, they're staring down the barrel of 0-5. Congratulations to the New York Jets. Tom Brady still owns you.
That's good enough to suck right there.
I don't want to hear about the Cowboys. The Cowboys are terrible.
Yeah.
They are. Okay, they can't beat anybody. They barely beat the Giants. They tied with Green Bay. They're smoking the Jets right now.
Yeah.
Anybody should smoke the Jets.
Right. Well, you would think. Besides the Miami Dolphins, which was a close game.
Well, I mean, the game with us, the game with the Bucs was close for the Jets, but Todd Bowles literally let off the gas.
I agree.
Which I have a problem with. I think that if you're putting your foot on a team's neck, continue to put your foot on their neck. Don't let up. Because we've seen crazy things happen in football.
Yep.
College or high school. It doesn't freaking matter nowadays.
Nope. Sure doesn't. So, it doesn't matter, my friend.
My prediction for the game is give me 30-24 Tampa.
30-24 Tampa Bay. All right. Who's the player that you're picking to have a big game? Is it Baker Mayfield, Chris Godwin, Rashad White, or somebody else?
I'm going to give you this. Both. Godwin's going to have 2 touchdowns.
That's what Harry said too.
Godwin's
So
going to have 2
I like it.
touchdowns.
I like it. I like that prediction a lot. Definitely like the prediction.
Godwin's going to have 2 touchdowns, and I think Ibuka is going to have another one. And you know what? The other thing, I got to say this before I let you go.
Sure.
I am so tired of the Ibuka disrespect. How is this guy not the leading candidate for Offensive Rookie of the Year?
He should be. Why is he not? Was it Jackson Dart? That's what I saw.
They're talking. Somebody was talking about who's the kid that Carolina drafted?
McMillan, Tatoria McMillan, the wide receiver there.
He's doing decent.
Yeah,
but he doesn't have half the numbers that Ibuka had.
Exactly.
Like, get out of here.
Yeah.
He makes some great catches. I've seen some great catches from the kid.
Right.
But Odell Beckham Jr. was one great catch. That's what made him who he was.
Correct.
Do you hear people were talking about, he was better than Mike Evans? Where's OBJ at now?
Right.
Thank you.
I don't know what he's doing now. He's not doing anything right now.
Exactly.
All right, my friend. I appreciate it as always. So confidence level 1 to 10, and then we'll get you out of here on that. 1 to 10 for your Tampa Bay Buccaneers to win this game.
8.5.
Okay. All right, Curtis. Appreciate the call. We'll see you on the halftime show and, of course, the post-game edition in collaboration with the J.P. Peterson Show. All right, boss?
Absolutely.
All right, man. Appreciate you as always. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391 as we're less than 30 minutes away as your Tampa Bay Buccaneers take on the Seattle Seahawks, 3-1. Also, this could be a very entertaining game. There's already the question is, how can the Bucs overcome those injuries with Bucky Irving missing, Jamel Dean, Benjamin Morrison? The question for the night for Bucs fans, the question for the day, if you will, what's your confidence level with this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team from 1 to 10? Who's the player that you think has a big game versus the Seattle Seahawks? 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Good stuff there. Trevor says, we got to find a way to get it done today. Go Bucs says, go Bucs, go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
How about them Bucks, baby?
Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
There you go. All right. So good stuff there, Trevor. You know I'm right. Hey, Pete, what's going on, buddy? Flash Gordon just watched. Bucs play Josh Williams at kick return. Tucker gets lots of carries. Special teams duty. I like that. I like that a lot. I think, Sean Tucker is kind of an enigma, if you will. You're not sure what he is. We saw flashes of brilliance. We know that this fucking organization loves him. You want to get an opportunity to get him more carries. This is the time to do it. Because to me, if you want to talk about a guy who can pass block, he can do that. If you want to talk about a guy who can catch the ball in the backfield, he can do that. I think Rachaad White can do the same thing. But I think the explosive nature of Tucker is intriguing. Over phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to You Know I'm Right. Sorry to change the subject, Pete, but how about the brutality and willingness of the Lightning not taking stuff from the Panthers Saturday and Thursday night? I love it. They should not take any stuff from anybody, and it's always great to have Lightning hockey back, especially when you're trying to stick it to the Florida Panthers. That's always a good thing there. All right, let's go out to Flash Gordon. If Josh Williams does light it up a kick returner, the Bucs might have to do something else with Tucker and Bucky coming back. Why not? Play who the hot hand is, right? It always goes back to what? You're running back, play the hot hand. Who's the hot hand at this point? Is it Rachaad White? Is that the guy who's going to get most of the carries? Or are they going to split the carries? Is Tucker going to be the guy that gets most of the carries? Is Tucker going to be the one that goes off like he did versus the Saints in Week 4 last year? Was it Week 4? He's NFC Player of the Week. So watch Sean Tucker tear it up as a halfback. Love it. Flash Gordon, run the ball. Woolen side of the field. Yes, another good player. Got to get my green tea. Okay. Trevor Miller says Commanders. Yes, the Commanders. Sun Devil Dave, on my way. Go Bucs. Go Bucs.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Go Bucs.
Yeah!
Go Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Go Bucs. All right, good stuff there. Christopher Cole of the Bucs Seahawks weren't on CBS. It'll probably be the game of the week, but I highly doubt it, though. Who knows? Who cares? Just take care of your business. That's it. When it comes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, take care of your business. Who cares what the national media thinks? Who cares about what any of these talking heads think about the Bucs? Who cares? Just take care of your business. That's it. Take care of your business. Play your schedule. Play your game. And then who knows what happens. Because this team, the sky's the limit. I'm telling you right now, when they get healthy, they're gonna be something to be reckoned with. Trust me. Open phone line 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Let's go out to David here. To me, both lines have to be one step today. Offensive line, defensive line. Defense needs to get more sacks, at least more hits on the quarterback. Agree with that. Entirely too much time.
Hey, can I ask your name?
My name is Peter Blake. How you doing?
Good.
I do the sports web.
All right. And is Peter what?
Peter Blake.
Okay.
Yeah, Peter.
My son's a YouTuber, Philip DeFranco.
Okay. Yeah, we're live on YouTube right now. We're live on Facebook. We're doing the sports web. We call this the evolution of sports talk television. And we're going to be here for the away watch parties when it comes to Tampa Bay Buccaneer football all throughout the year. What's your name?
My name's Deborah.
Deborah, nice to meet you, Deborah. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to see what's going on right now, you go to my Facebook page, you friend me at Peter H. Blake, or you go on YouTube and go under the sports web. You'll be able to see the evolution of sports talk television, okay?
Great.
All right?
Do you have a card?
I don't have a card on me. I should have my cards, but if you hang around for a little bit, I will get you a card. But again, the sports web on YouTube or friend me at Peter H. Blake on Facebook, okay?
Great.
Good to meet you, okay?
Good to meet you.
Yes, absolutely. There you go. So you never know who's going to sit there and tap you on the shoulder and come up and say, who are you? I'm Peter Blake. They call me the Rolex reporter. Why? Because I got a Rolex from Jake Paul. Open phone line, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. It does come down to the lines. It always comes down to the lines, whether it's offensive line or defensive line. And you definitely have to feel good about where this Bucs offensive line is with getting back Tristan Wirfs last week, even though, and let's face it, the Eagles are a very good defense, and they definitely get after the opposing quarterbacks. But 40% of pressure rate, you got to cut that down if you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers today. You got to give Baker some time to bake, right? You got to give him some time to bake, to find those weapons in a Mecca Ibuka, to find those weapons in a Chris Godwin, to find those weapons in a Sterling Shepard and a Tez Johnson, who is also from that west there, from Oregon. And Cade Otton coming home to play. That could be a big factor. Cade Otton could be definitely a big factor at this point. So what's your big factor? Who's the player that you think today shows out for this Tampa Bay Buccaneer team? What's your confidence level when it comes to this Tampa Bay team right now? 1 to 10, 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. So you're absolutely right. You definitely got to get more pressure on the quarterback. And we know that Sam Darnold does hold the ball sometimes. He's been getting rid of the ball quicker, like 2.7 seconds or something along the lines of that. Something along the line. That's always a good thing. Always a good thing for the offense. But he does tend to hold the ball. And if the Bucs back end is able to cover those wide receivers, which, by the way, we haven't even talked about our old friend in Cooper Kupp. He's on this team too. And we know that Cooper Kupp has been a Bucs killer throughout the history when he was with the Rams. So both of those wide receivers, that defense has their work cut out for them. And it starts up front. It's all predicated up front. You get pressure on the quarterback. You start to mess with his timing. And then maybe you can not only get some sacks, but also some turnovers. And that's what the Bucs are looking to do at this juncture. So good stuff there, Dave. Appreciate the comment. Yeah. Let's go out to San Diego, watching the best sports talk show in the Tampa Bay area, the Sports Web. Go Bucs. Let's whip those Seahawks. We got this. Hey, boss. I'm trying to. I'm doing this on air. Do me a favor. Can you give me a root beer? All right, cool. See, there you go. That's what you got to love about Tampa Joe's. Great service, great food, great atmosphere. 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. And once again, tell them Peter Blake, the Rolex reporter, sent you. So thank you very much, Mom. Appreciate that. Future agent right there. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Let's go. Let's go.
Wait up, little boy. Wait up.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
How about them Bucs, baby?
Let's go, Bucs.
Fire the cannon.
Thank you. I appreciate that very much. You want to get on camera by chance? What's up? Come on, Sun Devil Dave. You want to get on camera really quick? Come on, no. Get right there. Get right there. Sit down. Put those cans on right there. We got wings. You got to introduce yourself. What's your name? Welcome to the evolution of Sports Talk Television, my friend.
My name's Isaiah.
Isaiah?
I'm one of the servers here.
All right, and tell us, you got any drink specials, any specials going on right now? Because I know you got a plethora of Eagles fans at this point.
So mainly for the Eagles fans, we have an Eagles Punch. It's delicious.
Okay.
Then we also have a few beer specials, some $4 beers, Miller Lite, Coors Light, Yingling, and Yingling Flight. Gives you a couple options there. And then, our normal 2-for-1s. That's all day, every day.
All right. So what we're trying to do here on the Evolution is we're doing away watch parties when it comes to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Get more Bucs fans in here. You got to let me know, who's your favorite football team? Is it the Tampa?
Bucs.
It's the Bucs.
Yes, I'm a Bucs fan.
Okay. How long you been a Bucs fan for?
As long as I can remember.
Really? Who's your favorite Buccaneer of all time, my friend?
Warren Sapp, actually.
Warren Sapp over Derek Brooks?
He's close, but Warren Sapp, it's the attitude, man. I like how much of a bully he was.
All right.
It was fun.
I like it, my friend. What's your confidence level today versus the Seattle Seahawks?
My confidence level is always on high.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, don't be a stranger on the Evolution. We like
I
Bucs
won't,
fans. I feel like we're surrounded by Eagle fans here. You got that damn Eagle
don't
flag.
Don't worry.
And
Those of us that work here,
you got to tell them to be
Bucs.
quiet, but they're right now. They're happy right now with the Eagles and what they're doing.
We
So.
enjoy hosting them, but we're all Bucs fans.
All right. So again, introduce yourself.
All
Tell
right.
them you've been on the
Again,
sports web.
Isaiah, been on the sports web.
Yes.
And come see us at Tampa Joe's.
You got to do 3 things too. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense.
Exactly.
Right. Good stuff. Appreciate you. Good stuff there, Isaiah. Thanks a lot for coming on. Come on here, Sun Devil Dave. You got it? What do you got? You got me a cup? Well, come on camera. Well, thank you very much. There you go. You got me a cup right there. Sun Devil Dave. Let's go out to Sun Devil Dave here.
Great job. Thank you for wasting my time, and goodbye forever.
Well, you got to put those cans on because, you definitely can help yourself. Now, you said it best.
Great job.
Yeah, great job.
Thank you for wasting my time.
Thank
goodbye
you
forever.
Thank you for coming out. Did you
I'm
come
here.
You come out by yourself, right?
I'm bringing my future baby mama.
Oh,
So
there
she'll
you
show up
go.
later.
There you go. So she's gonna show up later.
Future baby
Your
mama's
future
here.
baby mama is here. All
We'll
right.
be here.
Well, you'll absolutely be here. Tristan says it best. Let's go. So there you
There
go.
you go.
Cup right
So,
there. for
happy
me to
belated
drink coffee.
birthday. So
Thank you.
real quick.
Yes.
Happy belated birthday to you.
You don't have to sing to me.
Happy belated birthday to you.
Thank you.
Happy belated birthday, dear Peter.
Thank you.
Happy belated birthday to you.
All right. Thank you, man. Appreciate
sorry I
it.
missed Sorry I missed you, man.
It's all good. What's your confidence level with this team today?
High level of confidence. If we got healthy Sun Devil White
Okay.
running the backfield.
Right.
Godwin. What's a matchup with Godwin? Who's going to be covering Godwin? What do you think?
Hopefully no one at this point. Hopefully no one, because they're out with Witherspoon, and of course they don't have the other player there, Julian Love. So
And I think they have a safety coming back, though.
Right.
But we'll
Well-
see. I like our chances with Godwin and White. Then we got our other running backs. We got the other kid, Tucker.
Sean Tucker.
Tucker's
Yes.
looking great.
Yes.
Baker's going to have to wheel and deal. I keep it close, and I think we pull out a victory there. It's a tough, 12th man, and Seattle's fired up.
Yes.
And that's a tough place to play. I think it's one of the most difficult places to win, I believe.
It
It's in
is
the top
one of the
five, right?
12th man, absolutely,
Yeah,
with
so
that
they got a
crowd,
really,
and
really
I think
tough.
that's what it comes down to. As I'm about to sip my root beer here, you see
There
the
you go.
wings. So
I
I'm
love the
gonna
wings.
get some of those eventually, but they're very
So-
good. Yes.
I have a quick observation. So Tampa Joe's is a Bucs bar, right? Because I see all Eagles stuff everywhere.
Well,
Fly Eagles fly.
we're
and double
we're
champions.
working on
We
that.
got invaded here.
We're working
all right.
on that, but they're all NFL fans are welcome, especially the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Let's go out
Absolutely.
to the phone lines. What's your name? Where are you calling from? You're on the Evolution
Oh,
with
you-
yours truly, along with Sun Devil Dave. Go ahead.
You got Frankie from Wisconsin.
All right,
Loving
Frankie.
his Buccaneers.
All right. So what's your confidence level at this point? As we are almost there to game time at this point. Thank you, Sun Devil Dave. Appreciate it. As always.
I am
Yes.
like 75% confident, but this is a game I'm so excited to see.
Okay.
Because you got Sam Darnold against Baker.
Yes.
Now, if you go against the journey those two have and how they cross paths in Carolina together,
Okay.
and now Sam Darnold doing his thing in Seattle, looking great, looking good, but not as good as our Lord and Savior Baker Mayfield. I'm just telling you.
Your Lord and Savior, Baker Mayfield. You gotta love that. All right, love that. So
My guy was telling me, he goes, "Oh man, I'm such a loser." I was like, "Hey, it's not your fault that you're a Packer fan. Let me tell you about our Lord and Savior Baker Mayfield." And dude, he was just dead. So I share that all the time now.
love it, my friend. So confidence level at this point from 1 to 10. Give me a number.
Oh, I'm going with an 8.
Okay.
I'm going with an 8. Like
even without Bucky, by the
I
way.
hate to say it, the Seattle offense is explosive.
Yes, they are.
It really is. You got to worry about JSN.
Yes, you do.
That's the guy I'm worried about. Who is going to be on JSN?
Jackson Smith Najigba. Yes, that's the guy you have to worry about.
Who are we going to put on Jackson Smith?
Well, could it be Jackson? Could it be Parrish, or could it be Zion McCollum? We'll see. We'll see what the Bucs do. We'll see what that matchup holds.
I think that's going to be the key matchup of the game.
Okay.
Is whoever is on JSN.
Okay.
You gotta cover him like white on rice. If you don't stick to him, man, I just don't know.
I love it.
That's going to be the game. That's going to be the highlight of the game. Is that matchup right there. I could see him putting Zion on him. I really could. I think Zion could hang with him.
Yeah, no. I mean, I think that's where it's at. Zion McCollum or Jacob Parrish, who, listen, the Bucs have confidence in him. They have confidence in him to play the nickel. They have confidence in him to play outside. And it's disappointing when you're missing Dean, which is to be expected. You drop Morrison to replace him, and he's also hurt. So guys are going to have to step up today, and we'll see what they can.
Still miss my guy CD3. I'm not even going to lie.
Yeah.
I'm so close. I'm probably going to end up buying a CD3 jersey, and I give zero
for the
cares
Patriots.
If anybody hates on him,
get out of here. For the Patriots, dude.
I love CD3. He's still one of my favorite players.
You're gonna be all right. So who's the player in this game?
I love you rocking the creamsicle, man. You gotta rock the close.
There you go. And the Eagle fans here erupt as they are down right now. I haven't even been watching the game. The Broncos up to 18-17. It looks like it's coming back, though. Big time catch by Devontae Smith as the crowd goes wild. And eventually they're about to go mild here with a penalty.
Eagle fans all over the place.
Well, it is somewhat of an Eagles bar at this point. They do have watch parties here themselves, but we're trying to do something a little different here at Tampa Joe's, 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. When it comes to your Tampa Bay Buccaneer away watch parties, and when it comes to your USF Bulls, let's not leave them out for your away watch parties, as we'll be here coming up.
I'm almost confident you're going to get me to switch to that team.
I am definitely confident that I'm going to have you switch to that team. Who's your team right now?
I don't really have a college football team. I really don't, because I'm Marquette.
There you go. You adopted USF. Congratulations. You're a USF fan.
I dubbed thee a USF fan.
I dubbed thee a USF Bulls fan. Go Bulls. Absolutely watch this team, as we'll be covering them throughout the year here on the Evolution of Sports Talk Television. All right?
You ready for the game?
I'm ready, man. We're almost to game time at this point.
I want to know who you think's going to be the star of the game.
All right. I'll let you go on that. We'll go ahead and get some predictions, read the rest of these comments, so stay tuned for all that. All right, my friend?
All
right. Good stuff there. Frankie from Wisconsin. We always love that. Open phone lines. We're getting ready for game time. 727-255-0391. It's 727-255-0391. Sun Devil Dave comes back here Peter, you should have told her when she asked you who you were. You should have said the guy you dream about every night. That's me. Laugh out loud. Appreciate you as always. Fans are coming up and trying to figure out what this is, and we always tell them it is the evolution of sports talk television. It's a cross between a radio and TV show with radio type of elements and phone calls.
One of the best Tampa sports podcasts we have.
Well, I don't even think it's a podcast. I think it's a live streaming sports talk. We just call it the evolution.
It's great, man.
Thank you,
I love
man.
it.
I appreciate you, son.
I wanted to add a couple things.
Sure, go for it.
Looking at some matchup issues here. Do you think the Seahawks? I've seen Eagles.
Yes.
So many Eagles here. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Targeting Jackson Smith, and also how the Seahawks will utilize Cooper Kupp. Do you think Cooper Kupp will be a big factor today? And do you think Jackson Smith?
He's been a Buccaneer killer. I when I hear Cooper Kupp, I always think of the Rams, and I always see the blitz in the 2021 divisional game with Sue nearly just getting there, but Sue just missing by 1 second, Kupp catching it, and of course Matt Gay kicking the field goal for the Rams to win the Super Bowl eventually, but beating the Bucs in that divisional. So I have always bad memories about Cooper Kupp. That's definitely a concern with their weapons on the outside. Once again, the Bucs defense, it's all predicated on the pass rush. They're going to have to get pressure. It starts with Yaya Diaby. It starts with Hassan Reddick. Let's see if they can get enough pressure on Sam Darnold. Absolutely.
Do you think now he does have a career high 9.1 yards per attempt. And
yes.
a lot of things he's going to maybe do deep shots because of the Buccaneers' vulnerability in the defensive backfield as far as the safeties and corners. Do you think Sam Darnold is going to take a lot of chances going deep, or what do you think?
I think he's going to try to go deep on this team, and again, it comes down to what? If he holds the ball, get pressure on him, and if you can get pressure on him, maybe you can get some sacks. The offensive line is nothing to write home about. I think this could be an advantage for that Bucs defensive line to get after him because he's been known to hold the ball a little bit too long to try to make plays, but he has gotten better with that over the last couple of years, trying to get rid of the ball much sooner, 2.7 clip. But again, he can't go down the field. LFG, fire those cannons.
Fire the cannon!
As the great Gene Deckerhoff would say, Tim says, I think we'll win by 2 touchdowns. I like it. Sador doing great things there. Yaya needs a big pressure game. Get after Darnold. Seeing Ghost, absolutely. Bucs need to have a huge game from White and Tucker. Joy says hi. Hello to you. And Flash Gordon right there. Still no Bucs fans. Wow. We'll see if Bucs fans show up. Again, 93. Got Bucs fan right here. You got
Sun
somebody
Devil
covering the Bucs right there. Sun Devil Dave. Prediction time here for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Okay, I got Buccaneers 24, Seattle 21.
Okay.
One other concern I have, red zone opportunities. Bucs right now have second fewest points per game and third fewest yards per play in the red zone. And Seattle's strong red zone defense will create a big opportunity. So what do you think Baker's going to do in that red zone to generate some points?
Take off. Run. When they pressure him, just take off.
Okay.
That's it. That's Baker Mayfield at the end of the day, and that's what you got to expect from him. I know there's a lot of Bucs fans who don't necessarily like that because he does take off sometimes. But if you don't have Baker Mayfield taking off, I don't think you win a lot of these games, especially with the pressure that he's been able to face. So give me a prediction.
24-21. I think that the White and our buddy Godwin, and of course, Easy E. I love Easy E.
Emeka Ibuka.
Yep. But I think they're going to have huge games. I think the defense is going to do enough to force Sam down. I think Sam Darnold's going to throw a couple picks.
Yeah.
Fumble. And Baker's going to figure out a way to get extend plays and score in that red zone. That's going to be key because right now we're struggling in red zones. That we got to score when we get down to the 15.
Yeah, I got to score more points, and of course it comes down to the reshuffling of the offensive line. Injuries are definitely hurt this team, but still looking at 3-1, I think they go to 4-1, 27-20 Tampa Bay. The big key to me could be Chris Godwin. I think this could be the game where he goes off, especially versus that defense already that has injuries in that secondary. And I like K-Dot also to show out today. The former Washington Husky could have a big game. For Sun Devil Dave, I'm your host, Peter Blake. What do we say? 3 things. Bring your passion. Bring your excitement. Just don't bring any nonsense. Once again, I'm your Rolex reporter. What time is it, Bucs fans? It's my time. And, of course, for fans of the Sports Web and the Tampa Bay sports fan, especially you Go Bucs fans, it's your time. We'll see you on the evolution of Sports Talk Television at halftime. And, of course, tune in for the post-game edition of the Sports Web live from Tampa Joe's 9316 Anderson Road in Tampa. As we always say here, Go Bucs.
Go Bucs.